All right, guys, today I want to talk about my experience of having no social media since the beginning of this year. So since January 1st, 2023, I haven't had Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever, you name it. I deleted all my social media accounts besides YouTube because I don't really see YouTube as a social media platform. It's nothing like social. It's almost just like you're producing content if you're not just consuming content. And you don't really see what your friends are doing because none of your friends really post on YouTube anyway. So yeah, I haven't had social media, and I want to speak about how it has affected me, my mindset, the benefits, maybe also the downsides, because I do believe there is some downsides of not having social media. And perhaps I should start with that because most people think if you delete all your social media, it only has benefits, but there's definitely downsides to it as well. And the biggest one is that social media was a very nice medium to escape reality. Whenever I had a negative thought or something that I don't want to think about, I would just open up Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and I would start scrolling. And it would kind of distract me from the problem I had at the present moment. But now that I don't have social media, I sometimes have a negative thought and I can't escape it. And then it gets amplified and I really have to think about it. And some may say that that's a good thing and you will grow from that, and that is something that will build your character, thinking about thoughts you don't want to think about. But at the same time, sometimes it's 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. and I really don't want to think about something, I meditate, so that helps a lot. But social media is a good way to escape reality. And sometimes you need that. You can get that from video games as well or watching a movie. But social media was so easy. I would just go on my phone and see what my friends are doing, see what my family is doing, and then kind of escape my own thought. I don't have that anymore. So I guess that it could be a downside because sometimes it's good to distract yourself from reality. You don't always want to think about your problems or just think, Sometimes you just want to escape it all. Next, I think what I also don't like is sometimes when you hang around with friends, there's a time period where everyone is on their phone. So sometimes you have a conversation and then the conversation kind of settles and then everyone pulls out their phone and is on social media, is just consuming social media. That's how addictive it is. That's how much it is part of our life, which is why I wanted to get rid of it. But sometimes I kind of felt awkward because there was like an awkward silence, but people would escape that awkward silence, like I just talked about, by being on their phone. And I couldn't do it. So sometimes I was just literally sitting there like this and then looking at the wall because I refused to pretend like I'm on my phone doing something. So I guess to some degree there could be a downside as well, because you will have some awkward moments in conversations because people just tend to be on their phone when you talk to them nowadays. And I don't judge them because that's how addictive social media is, and that's how deep the programming of it penetrates into your mind. It's so strong that sometimes it's stronger than reality. You have a conversation with someone and you have the urge to pull out your phone and watch content. There's no reason. There's nothing important on your phone, but it's just so addictive, so much dopamine that you release that it becomes a habit. It becomes like smoking a cigarette. Again, it could be to some degree a downside because there will be some awkward silence when you're speaking to people, as it is a big part of our society. These are the only two negative aspects of me quitting social media that I can think about. Those are the only two. On the other side, I spend far less time on my phone. My screen time used to be around 4 hours, and now it's 45 minutes. I'm not really on my phone. I don't spend time on my phone. All right, guys, sorry, I had to change locations, but what I was saying is that it's not your phone that is addictive, it's social media. Social media is extremely addictive. You have such high dopamine release from consuming social media, it's like smoking a cigarette. And that's also the reason why I wanted to delete social media, because even if you have the knowledge that social media is very addictive and bad for you, but you still have the app on your phone, you'll still use it. It's like the guy who knows that smoking cigarettes is bad for him, he still smokes them because he's addicted to it. Your brain is hijacked, and I just wanted to get rid of that hijack. And my screen time is down a lot, and I have more time to do things that I that are beneficial, like reading a book. I read so many books, and now because I have so much free time, if you're spending 4 hours on your phone, that means you have a lot of time where you're not really doing anything. And every person has that, but if you would do something productive in that time, that would be probably beneficial to you. So currently I'm reading this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And yeah, I have more time to do things that I enjoy. I would also say I'm more present. Today I went to the beach and so many people I saw were on their phone recording stuff, and even when they were sitting on the bench and they all had a nice beach view, they were all on their phones. And sometimes I was like, so what's the point of going out if you're on your phone, you know? That's the reason you go out to nature, right? To escape from technology and whatnot. But again, that's how addictive your phone is. That's how addictive social media is. And people were taking pictures of like an event that was going on, like a volleyball tournament. And instead of sitting there and enjoying it, they recorded it to send it to other people or put it on social media to show other people that they were having fun. And I just don't see the point of that anymore. I don't see the point of pretending anymore. Not even pretending, but showing off. Like, what's the point, you know? And that's also a positive. I'm way more present. I'm enjoying things a lot more. And I would say lastly, another downside is that you are not as well connected anymore, or you don't have a fake connection, let's call it. Back then I used to comment on friends' posts or send them pictures or send memes which isn't fake necessarily, but I wouldn't see those people, you know, they're not in my life. And once I deleted social media, I realized they don't necessarily care about my life, care about my birthday, and I don't necessarily care about their birthday. It's not a real relationship you have. It's a social media relationship you have. And that's what life has come down to. I mean, I would say I don't have many friends. I would say most people don't have many friends, many real friends. You have connections, you have acquaintances that you talk to and whatever, but I feel like the deep relationships I had during my childhood or when I was a little younger, when social media wasn't as present, I don't have those anymore. I truly believe because of social media, because now the people that I do talk to, I text them more often, I call them more often, I want to know about their life more often. And even when I sit down and I'm having lunch with friends, I'm interested in what they did and what they're doing and how they feel, because I don't have social media. I don't have a way to take in information on how well they're doing. Like back then I would see a friend on social media and he or she would post a picture at the beach and I'd be like, okay, they're doing fine, you know, no need to check up with them, or I know exactly what's going on, even though that's a false sense of reality that they are portraying. I still kind of had like an image in my head of, okay, this person is doing fine, when now I'm actually know what the person is going through because I'm asking. I think the relationships I have, they have more depth now, and that's also a benefit of it. And I think overall, it's just, I think it's healthier to not have social media. And I know many people say, well, I have social media, but I'm not addicted to it. It's a really tough statement, because people say I have social media, but I don't get affected by it in the way you are saying. But your subconscious mind, like in the book that I'm reading right now, this one, it kind of takes in everything, you know, like if you are consuming Big Macs every day with the knowledge of this is going to make you fat, you can't just say, oh, it won't make me fat, I won't let this affect my body. It will affect your body because you're consuming it. Same thing with social media. You're consuming mindless content, but you're saying, oh, I know this is mindless content, this won't affect me. You think that by having that knowledge, it won't have an impact on your mind, but it still does, and it has a tremendous impact on your sense of reality, on how to have relationship with others, on everything really. It's how propaganda is now spread. Back then, it used to be like a little poster on the wall, and in the 1950s, and you used to walk around, or the media, like, oh, there's a war going on in this and this, or this and this is happening. But now we get information from social media, and social media is controlled by corporate America or corporation, and corporations just want to make more money, and they want you to be as addictive addicted to their product as possible and to spend as much time as possible on their product. So I quit it, I'm over it. It's not for everyone. Maybe you don't want to quit social media. Maybe you do. Maybe you just want to know what it is like for someone to not have social media again, to not have social media. And that's just my perspective. I'll never be on social media again. You won't see me on Instagram or TikTok or anything unless I'm marketing a product or a service or something. Other than that, I think I'm just going to stick with YouTube, because I kind of like how you can just build a community by talking about random subjects, just like right now. So peace out, guys, and have a good one.